Welcome back to Boom and Bust. I'm your host, Tony Clement, having a conversation with Matteo Cimellaro. He is a public service reporter at the Ottawa Citizen newspaper. Matteo, we're talking about the public service, sort of simultaneous with questions about downsizing or right-sizing the public service. There's also a growing discussion about the deployment of artificial intelligence. Is that a potential game changer in all of this?
It's a great question, Tony. It's something that I've been reporting extensively on and thinking about. I think it has potential, right? We don't know the extent of that potential. It's still a kind of very early technology in terms of deployment, but this government has sent a lot of signals. I mean, we have for the first time an AI minister. They're serious about government transformation, and at the core of that, there will be artificial intelligence. There's lingering questions around AI sovereignty, for example. Where are our data centers located? Who's developing our artificial intelligence? Are we going to be dependent on other countries like United States, given the kind of tensions and turmoil there between those relations? So a lot of questions. And in the long term, or in the short term, sorry, I don't think there's going to be
Mhm.
that much disruption at the public service level. I mean, like I said, we're still early. We just have one AI strategy, and it's only for the next 3 years. I mean, even the tech is there. I did some reporting with the Dias. They're a think tank out of TMU, and they were looking at it, and the author there, Via Vu, was talking about what kind of roles are really exposed to artificial intelligence in the public service. So he pointed at two of them. He pointed at number one, translators. Obviously, some of this kind of low-level translation, slide deck, kind of internal documents, perhaps briefing notes, I'm not sure, but these
Mhm.
things,
Mhm.
kind of low-risk documents, can be run through artificial intelligence, but they'll still need a human at the forefront when we're talking about kind of really legally sensitive documents, these really important documents that you might not want to outsource to a robot. But other interesting kind of roles that are exposed to AI is policy analyst, right? The efficiency and speed that analysis can policy analysis can be done
Right.
with AI. So you might just need a lesser amount of these roles. Will it completely remove the need for them? Vu says likely not.
So that's all definitely interesting policy analysis and deck presentation, that kind of thing. But there's also, I would argue, a potential for better delivery of services, right? That AI embedded in public service delivery, it could, or the opposite, it could not increase increase the ability of Canadian citizens to be satisfied with the delivery of public service. So, what are your thoughts on this?
It's a great question, Tony, because there certainly is like a role, right? I'm just thinking of CRA, for example, which I mean, that's a perfect example of, complete disaster or, could speed stuff up. So using a chatbot to learn how to use the website and grow
Right.
accustomed to navigating those kind of, sometimes it's difficult to navigate a CRI website. I mean, the call centers are getting flooded with calls based up the kind of difficulty of that. Can a chatbot smooth that over? Possibly. But then you think about, calling up customer service and you hit a chatbot and how frustrating that can be as a customer. For me, I just want to pull my hair out when I just keep hitting a hitting a wall and I ask them to do something and I go back to the start. It's kind of a groundhog day with some of these AI calls. So um, it depends on how this technology develop and who develops it and how good they could really get. And I think that's the big question for a lot of AI deployment. And again, we'll just have to wait and see how the tech develops and
Yeah,
as well
but
as the deployment.
it is evolving very rapidly, though. So, if we were having this conversation 2 years ago, very different conversation, right?
And 2 years in the future, I mean, we'd be talking about in 2 years, and who knows what could happen. So, um, 2 years might be a little bit of a kind of too short of a runway. We're
Right.
looking maybe at the 5 to 10 year scale, is what Mr. Vu said in his report and in my call with them. So, obviously, we're looking at medium to long term in terms of how much will this actually transform government.
Yeah, and I think that this topic isn't going to go away, obviously. And my prediction is that it will be part of the ongoing. If you're talking about overhauling the public service, this has got to be, I'm not going to say central to the conversation, but certainly a key component of the conversation. Matteo, we're going to take a brief break. We've got lots more to talk about after these commercial messages.